Well, it appears I'm not quite sure, but I think all my angels, my guardian angels, must be, well, they must be, well, they must be on their lunch break. I cannot seem to find them, so they must be on their lunch break. 'Cause I'm pretty sure everybody gets one, don't they? They wouldn't skip one, would they? So my guardian angels on her lunch break, my guardian angels on her lunch break, my guardian angel is on my lunch break. So I'll just take a nap and she'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Zack Talk Shop. I'm Zack here, and my microphone makes a weird shadow on my face, and that's already irritated me. The show's only been on for 10 seconds. All right, breaking news. Let's check in on some breaking news here before I get to anything else, guys. Thank you for tuning in, guys and girls. The very small percentage of girls who like to watch this thing. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you guys and girls like my Nautica jacket that my wife found. Hey, there we go. I don't know. It didn't come from, we didn't pay full price. I don't know where it came from. It probably came from the Goodwill, because no one can be too proud for the Goodwill store. There's some good stuff there if you can just get off your ego and enjoy yourself. All right, let's take a look at our breaking news. The breaking news here, there is a water bottle that has fallen over in my shop. It is a shop water bottle. This is a live feed of the water bottle. It's on the tip of a table. It has tipped over, and as you see, there is a gaseous air pocket at the top of it. So far, this water bottle hasn't started to leak yet, but we'll be monitoring it throughout the broadcast to see if it starts to leak. So this water bottle can be used for many things. It can be used for braising rag, wetting. It can be used for cleaning, like my hands. It also can be used for wiping things down in the shop. The water bottle has many uses. Wiping off furniture to get the dust off before it's painted. The water bottle has many uses, so we're going to check back. This is a live feed of the water bottle. It tipped over earlier, and we're waiting to see if it leaks. And we'll be back in a moment. All right, that's pretty exciting stuff right there. Hold on to your hats, guys. The water bottle's falling over. All right, so let's go over to the comment section. No. Live chat is what I meant. Let's see who's in the live chat today. We got Jeff Kuiper says, good afternoon. Jeff Kuiper also says, I think I just helped my son cheat in his programming class. I don't know what I think about that, Jeff. I mean, I don't know if helping your son cheat's a good thing or a bad thing. It sounds bad at face value, but I'm not going to judge you because I don't know what the circumstances are. Perhaps your son's trying to overcome being treated poorly in that class, and you're helping him. Everything HVAC Aura, I think that's Steve. I don't know if you go by Steve or Steven. My middle name is Steven, and I go by Steven. Although when I was in my Spanish class in high school, I used, because you have to have the Spanish form of your name, and there was no Zachary, I guess, so she said, what's your middle name? I was like, it's Steven, so my Spanish name was Esteban, which I thought was awesome. I felt like someone that was in the cartel. I'm Esteban. But when you got to the name Cioto, it was like, I don't know about that any longer. Esteban. So back to the chat, we have, wow, decided to take lunch at the right time. There's two people that said they took lunch at the right time. It's like they're talking about this program, but that can't be right. Guys, if you think this program is going to do anything for you except for just make you dumber, then I don't know what to tell you, okay? I don't know why it's choppy on my screen. I'm testing how choppy it is by moving quickly. If it starts looking like this, then I know there's something wrong. I don't know what's wrong. I guess I could do a defragmentation afterwards, or something that computer people do. Let me tell you something. Off the subject. Shocker. Everyone in my home comes to me for computer stuff. Now, you may think because I have this podcast that I'm some kind of computer person. I don't feel like I'm a computer person. I just feel like I know what they're thinking. I just say there's always something on a computer that will help you out if you just know where to find it. And these young children of mine who are they're almost adults. We're talking about a 20-year-old, two of them that are almost 18 because they're twins. They're the same age. That's why they both can be 18 at the same time. They come to me for computer stuff. Like, how do you do this, Dad? How do you do this? I'm like, I thought you guys grew up working on this stuff. I thought this was like your whole thing was being able to, do all this stuff. Why are you coming to somebody who, as a child, listened to cassette tapes? I had a bunch of cassette tapes, and my computer I worked on, I had to type in commands into the prompt to make it do what I wanted to do. I was busy playing, what is it? Alligator math in school. There's a few of them. There's like Alligator Division. There's like 4 different versions of it. I don't remember what all of them were. Or my personal favorite, for those of you who may be old enough, searching for that son of a bee, Carmen Sandiego. Who, I don't know if anyone else searched for Carmen Sandiego as a child, but I definitely did. And I don't recall ever finding Carmen Sandiego, we'll call him now, to keep it lively. I found some other people, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, you just don't know what I'm talking about. Also, I have braved the Oregon Trail, and I died a lot. So you guys might know what I'm talking about. You might not. There's some 40-somethings out there, maybe a 50-something that's like, hey, I know what you're talking about. And then the 50-something's like, how about my ColecoVision? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I picked up at Atari 2600 at that level of technology and went forward. Pong and Coleco was before me, I think. Let's see here. We got some guys out there in the chat. Hey, I'm already an idiot. I'm not going to hurt me worse than I already am. That's right. If you watch the show and you're already an idiot, you will amplify your idiocy. So you'll be just like a louder idiot. You'll be more confident in your idiocy. So just enjoy that, actually. There's a certain amount of bliss that comes with being a super confident idiot. And I think that's just an enjoyable thing to be. Just walk up into a situation and just boss people around without knowing at all what they're doing. Like you go into a mechanic shop and the guy's on the floor says, I hope you're going to rotate the sprockets. I hope you're not down there not rotating the sprockets. Because if you come up here and you didn't at least grease a sprocket, then I'm going to be mad. And then they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, you guys are idiots. Don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's bring it up here. Yep. Everything HVAC Aura said had an old Apple green screen. Dysentery. Yep. Got the dysentery on the Oregon Trail. Yeah. Don't be drinking the water. That's for sure. You got to boil that water, first of all. Also, I watched 1883, which helped this. If you guys enjoy great television, 1883 is a show you'd like to watch. So, dysentery. You got rattlesnake bite. You got, what other problems do those people have? I don't remember. There was bandits, of course. There's the Indians. Cuyahoga, Sanawa. I don't know all their names. Indians have the best names. If I go through our list of lakes nearby, I can name a few of them because they tend to name like stuff after Indians, but we can't actually find the Indians anymore. Like I live near Burgaw. We have Lake Waccamaw for the Waccamaw Indians, but I don't know where any of them are at. But we have a bunch of stuff named for them, like that's going to make up for them all missing. Let's see here. It'll get you every time. That's right. Oregon Trail was the shiznit back in the day. That's right. That's state-of-the-art entertainment right there. Yeah, we're showing our age. It was a great show. Yeah, you know what? Some of that stuff was really, really fun. It's all relative. You say like, man, that was like some low graphic stuff. But compared to where we were, and now, if you're a kid, you don't have to go outside. You can get into the metaverse, and you can be with the other humans without even having to touch one. I mean, I think if you read books back in the day, they'd always give you these, like, they'd predict the future. And it would be like something like 1984. There's a few of them. There's like Brave New World, 1984. I know there's some more. And there's some that just has some commentary that's real good. Like, you ever read Animal Farm? If I remember, Animal Farm is the one that Orwell wrote about, like communism, I think. A lot of that stuff, if you read it, if you read it back in the day, like when you were in high school, it's like, what is this crap? But if we were to look back now, we're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Because now people, like, look, I'm talking to you guys on the internet. What? You can't even, am I even really there? I don't know. The only person that knows I'm really there is Curtis, because we ate dinner one time. Everyone else is like, I don't know if he's even real. It could be AI. I'm an AI. I don't know why that deserves quotations. AI. But yeah, if you go into one of those things, I just have the worst feeling about that. It's like, and as I get older, I now realize why guys go up into the mountains to live alone. It's like, I can't take any of this crap any longer. That has never been so appealing. It's just like to go up into the woods and just live off the land for the rest of your life. I don't know why that's appealing. I guess because just the culture now is just, you just want to get away from it or something. I don't know. But it seems like a great idea. And, you know, if you caught me in the last year or so, now I make knives. I never used to make knives. Now where's my knife at? I had a knife over here. Hold on. Yeah, the knives I make out of, lawn shears. These suckers will put a hole in your gut, bro. I sharpened them too. Trust me, they are sharp. This isn't the sharpest one. There's another one. It's made out of lawn shears, But this will win the battle. We get hand-to-hand combat around here. I'm gonna put some dudes out of their misery. Yeah. Here's the other one right here. Sorry, those on the podcast. This one has a double-sided blade. I think that might be illegal. I'm not positive, but I haven't taken it out of the shop. But I tell you what, this will put a hurting on somebody for sure. Let's see. Everything HVACR is saying Blue One has got AI now. I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean they have AI? All right, you tell you what, we're going to do some comments here. Let's take a quick break. I'll get a drink here because I have been ill. I took ill, guys, as they would say. I took ill and I got a little bit of the raspiness. That's my biggest problem. Is like I get halfway through the show and I have to cough. But I'm going to take a break, drink some of my drink, and then we'll come back. We'll look at some comments. We'll powwow with the chat. And all that great stuff. So I'll be right back after these messages from these messages people. Hey, somebody moved that file. Somebody moved the file on my computer. It was a True Tech Tools ad. Now it just says it's gone. Anyway, I can do that pretty easy. True Tech Tools, you get a bunch of just different equipment. You want to measure electricity, amperes, voltages. You want to do a diode test? You want to do anything that a multimeter can do? You can find those multimeters at TrueTechTools.com, along with a plethora of other stuff. Testing equipment out the wazoo. Go to TrueTechTools.com and use the Shop Talk discount code, and you can save 8% off your order. And every time you use the Shop Talk code, True Tech Tools gives me like $2 or $3. So, go use it. You know what I'm saying? All right, now I think the other ones are going to be right. Let me see if this one shows up. It might not. If you run a home service business like painting, contracting, lawn care, or cleaning, your to-do list is endless. From hiring staff to mountains of paperwork, not to mention doing the actual work that pays the bills. Jobber is a mobile and online app that helps you organize your business and look professional. With Jobber, you can quote jobs, schedule your crew, invoice, and get paid all in one place. Try it free today at getjobber.com/shoptalk. Navac is a leader in battery-powered industrial HVAC automotive tools. They've released vacuum pumps, and now they have the break-free cordless power tube bender. The NTB7L run off lithium batteries, takes all the pain out of bending copper, and makes it automated and carefree. You can find out more at navacglobal.com. Are you in search of gas? Well, that sounds like an odd question, but many heating technicians are, in fact, in search of gas. And you want to find it with this Yellow Jacket 69310 combustible gas leak detector. Safety first, find those leaks quickly. It has a fast response time, quality product because it comes from Yellow Jacket. You can find out more at yellowjacket.com. All right, guys, before we get on to the comments and stuff, let's take a quick look and see how our water bottle's doing. All right, this is the live feedback from our water bottle that turned over in the shop earlier. Again, this water bottle is often used to make cleanup after painting procedures. This cleans up furniture. This is also a water bottle that you can use for brazing rags. This is just a water bottle that is multifaceted. It turned over earlier, and this is a live feed to check and see if it's going to leak. So far, it's been about 15 minutes, and it hasn't leaked, so I'm really, really ecstatic about that. Guys, I think it's going to be a great day. This water bottle is going to survive. Everything is good. Now, coming back to our AI real quick before we get into the comments. Everything HVACRS says you can ask it any question, and it will answer. Talking about the Blue One app. It learns from all their tech support calls. Well, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to try that out. That'd be kind of neat. I got to try that out one day. Can we call them? Once I get my actual rig set up here, I've been working on it for about a year. Once I get my rig, we can call Blue One, and like they go, "This is Blue One. Would you like to play a game? Global thermonuclear warfare." Who else is old and knows that one too? Put the title of the movie in the chat if you remember what that is. Would you like to play a game? Global thermonuclear warfare. Uncle Earl Heating and Air Conditioning, how do you love your show? What are your thoughts on furnace boards that need an app to program? Well, before we get into the comments, I'll tell you that I've actually never had to use one of those. So I know that Amanda went to that, and having an app, I guess, I don't know, man. I'm kind of old school, so I kind of like it when you can work on something right there in front of you. Man, there might be a manual or something, but having to use your phone for that, I don't know. I don't really like that, but I can see why that's convenient maybe. Maybe it's easier for some people that are more familiar with using that sort of technology. But I'm just not the kind of guy who really likes that. I don't mind hitting a few dip switches and having that be the deal. I think that's better as far as I'm concerned. But I know it's the way things go. People like to use stuff like that, like to set stuff up with their iPads and iPhones. So, I mean, that's how it is nowadays, I guess. But I don't know. Everything HVACR, and you guys feel free to weigh in on Uncle Earl's comment there. You guys probably have more experience with furnaces that require a Bluetooth connection than I do. It didn't say it would give you the correct answer, the Blue One app. Try it live. I'll try it. I'll try it live. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to ask it. Ask it something. Come on, would you like to play a game, guys? Global thermonuclear warfare. What is it? You guys got this. Let's go to some comments here. Let's see. Oop. No, I don't really like it that my face is there with the comments. Let's remove that. All right, so this is some comments that I've gotten. Oh, let's see. Before I get to that, let's see. Rooftop units have Bluetooth now. Train Symbio and Linux Core. Okay, so there's a couple of them. So a lot of commercial stuff looks like. And I know that there are some residential ones as well. Do you guys like it or don't like it? Put that in the comments. Do you like that stuff or dislike that stuff? That'll be our question while we're going through this stuff. So the first comment I have here was just recently on my installation driver comparison video. I have heard if you buy Milwaukee on Amazon, they are not authorized to sell. You don't get the warranty. Does anyone know? Well, that's a great question. I'm going to thumbs up that. I am not sure because I had wondered that stuff myself. Because I thought about setting up a little. We like redo furniture and stuff like that here in the shop. And I put it out there in our booth, and I was wondering if I got like a really good deal on tools because I resell those tools. Would they have a warranty? I'm guessing they don't, but I'm not positive about that. So that would be a good question for me to ask. I'll try to ask a tool company, try to ask one of the nicer companies, see if they'll answer. And let me write that down. Oh, my pen. Where's my pen at? I guess I don't have a pen. I'll just have to remember it. Great. That's never going to happen. Anyway, I'll just have to write. I'm going to reply to this guy. I'm going to say, I will check and see. There we go. I will check and see, says Zack. All right. Everything HVACR, talking about the Bluetooth stuff, says he hasn't had any problems yet. So no problems is a good thing. All right, the next comment is dang. And that is on a Don't Buy This Combustion Analyzer video. That was about the Philippines Sucks 3 is what I called it. That is an older device. So Philippines has newer devices that are probably much better. But this is talking about an older device called I think it's SOX3 maybe from Philippines. It just didn't have a lot of the measurements that one would need to actually do a combustion analysis. But they have newer stuff now. Okay. Everything HVACR is actually saying he may have some Linux Core content coming up. So if you're watching this video, you can always go over to Everything HVACR and subscribe if you haven't already. Or if you can see the live chat, you can click on his name and I think go to his channel. He says there's some content coming up with this Bluetooth stuff. If that's something that you would like to watch, along with a lot of other service videos that he does, you can go over to his channel and you can do so. All right. Next one is on a heat and blower runs constantly video. Electric furnace runs heat and blower constantly. So the comment is, so show us what to do. I guess in the video I did not show them what to do. And when you're dealing with one of these electric furnaces, a lot of times you have stuck sequencers, and that causes the blower to run constantly because the blower comes off. The power for the blower comes off the sequencers. So when you're dealing with that problem, typically the solution is to replace the sequencers that are stuck, and then you are home free. That is not 100%, but a lot of the times that is the cause of it. So evidently I didn't go into that well enough on this video. That is the typical problem a lot of the time. Let's keep on going down. Next video was struggling to find the right CRM with quality HVACR. When I talked to Zack, I guess probably about a year ago, it says equipment access definitely can affect jobs by hours. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people out there. Let me come back to the screen. I was once hit up by a company, speaking of people out there, a company in Goldsboro, said, would you like to buy Ream units? So, oh, I like Ream or Rudd, something like that, Ream or Rudd. And they were like, would you like to buy Ream or Rudd units? So, well, I do like Ream units. I've always liked them. They've been pretty dependable. I wouldn't mind it. But the problem was this company was an hour north of me. I had 0 customers in that area. It would have made 0 sense for me to get units from up there or have them sent to my house, because you're talking about waiting a day or two for units. And me, I was a tiny, tiny dealer. Whenever I was a dealer of something like a Mana or Heil for a long time, I was not the biggest fish in the pond. So they did not go out of their way to try to help me with anything. You have to have someone that's relatively close. You may have to compromise on what machine it is. I think I would rather compromise on the machine to have the convenience to a point. I'm not saying buy Goodman. God forbid. I'm not saying buy Goodman. I'm not saying it's come to that. Okay? Insert your hatred right there in your comments. But if you had a choice, if you wanted to buy train units and the train place was a couple hours away and there was an American Standard place closer, I would just go with American Standard. If it's closer, more convenient, because the convenience, man, that adds up over time. Every 30 minutes you don't have to drive. Every day you don't have to wait. You can do more jobs, be more successful, and to me that's better than getting the ideal unit or just agreeing offhand to something that's not the best idea. So I think that would be the way to deal with that. I'm going to give that a heart right there. Let's go back to the comments there. Let's go back to the live chat real quick. What are you guys talking about? So everything HVACR says hit the thumbs up. Hey, man, that's a great idea. You guys should definitely hit the thumbs up. That would be great. It says I wasn't looking for a shout out. Hey, man, you weren't looking for a shout out. You had a shout out came to find you. It's all good. It's because you're not looking. That is why you found it. Hey, that's some real existential stuff right there. Because you not seek, you find everything HVACR. Just enjoy the shout out, man. It's cool. Let's see what we have here. The next one is, can a Harbor Freight vacuum pump pull a deep vacuum? Well, the answer in that was technically yes. It's a single stage. This is a single stage. Harbor Freight has more than one vacuum pump. They have a 2-stage and a single stage. The 2-stage is, their deep vacuum pump. Pulls down to whatever microns. A lot of times, if you have a professional pump, less than 100 microns. Now, this Harbor Freight one, the single stage, doesn't typically get to 100 microns. I pulled a vacuum to 300 microns, which is sufficient almost all the time. It took, I don't remember how long it took. I think it was like half an hour or something. It wasn't a huge volume, not like a commercial-sized unit. Let's say it's a split system, maybe a small split system that represents. The question, however, is can anyone tell me if it is normal to have oil vapor? Just bought it last week and to put it to the test today. Yeah, there's vapor that comes out the top of it. That's not, that's the way it is. That's how the pumps run. Sometimes there's more than others. And it's not abnormal to have vapor coming out the top of your pump. Not at all. At ease. That was an easy one. Next one is Testo 317-3 false CO readings. Okay. So with the false CO readings, it says I just tested mine with a blow dryer and it detected 7 parts per million CO after 1 minute before I turned it off. So what we're talking about here is sometimes these devices will have false readings on heat sources that don't emit CO. I had done a video talking about this. It's not uncommon. I don't know if it's changed since then because this is an older 317-3 that might have addressed that by now. But you will get a small false reading periodically in certain situations with certain CO detectors. So I know the Testo 317-3 at the time, which was, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago at least, did have some false readings. It wasn't big false readings, but there were some CO detected, even though there wasn't any there. Next comment says, man, we're talking about a DCK 12-volt brushless drill. Said, man, this drill cost $100 in my country, and we're closer to China. I think that's funny than the USA. WTF is this? I don't know what the deal is with that, but you know what? The DCK isn't all that great anyway, so don't even worry about it. I reviewed this drill. I compared it to the Walmart Hyper Tough drill, and it is comparable, but because you can go right down the street to Walmart and almost any place that I know of, I don't know about this guy's country, but Hyper Tough probably be a better buy. And then you get 4 amp hour batteries too. So it's pretty good. Let's do one more comment here. Wow, the way he disparaged renters was pretty rude. This was midnight service calls with anti-DIY HVAC Ted Cook. So Ted and I had talked about renters, and I talked about renters in the past as well. Renters, and I think the idea was that renters don't take care of their stuff like homeowners do. And some people were offended by that. And although I could see how that could be offensive, everything in my experience tells me that the renters don't take care of their stuff as well as homeowners do. It just, on average, ignoring the really, really critical and, you have the situations that are on the fringe of bad or good. Well, the fringe of bad for renters gets real bad. It's like hoarders bad. My mother-in-law, I think I probably told this story or did like a short story or something like that, Instagram or something. My mother-in-law's house, so she's since passed away, but she got rid of her house because she came to live with us when she was sick. And the house with the renters was totally full of garbage. Feces, filling up. The toilet was full of feces. There was baby diapers all over the place. It was one of those things that is just astounding that someone lived in those conditions even for a minute. It was totally horrible. They stopped paying their rent, which is a really bad thing. Stop paying their rent, of course. And they could just hide behind some regulations that were made that really sided with the renters and kind of crippled the landlords. Even when they did the right thing, it didn't matter because the renters had the upper hand, which always upset me because she was a nice lady and they were really taking advantage of her. So I'm kind of sour toward renters in the fact that, and I've been a renter before. And renters, they have a lot of advantages. They can call landlords to fix things. They have a lot of help. I don't know. I just kind of sour toward it. I've seen a lot of service calls out there that I've been on in HVAC where the renters just did not respect the dwelling. And you see that a lot less with homeowners. When they have a stake in the game and it's their property, they value it a whole lot more. And I can understand that. It's a lesson we try to teach our kids all the time. Things have value if you earn them. And renters, they don't own the property, so they don't treat the property as well. That's what I've seen all my life. You may disagree with that. You can put it in the comments, but that's pretty much what I see or what I have seen all the time throughout my whole life. It was an awful experience. My brother-in-law almost lost his lunch cleaning up that house, my mother-in-law's. It was pretty funny because I'm used to stuff like that because I've been in HVAC for a long time. So I was used to seeing some awful stuff, but he definitely wasn't. And he was over there like, like gagging and stuff. It was kind of funny. It was funny. As funny as working with human urine can be. Okay. I think that's probably enough for today. All right, let's end it on that happy note. Let's go back and we'll check in. Let's check in with the water bottle. The water bottle, yes, is working very well. The water bottle held up the entire time. It's doing great. Wonderful, guys. I think we're going to have a winner of a water bottle this time. I want to thank you guys for watching today. I hope to be back real soon. We might be in the middle of the day for a while now, just so I can get some. I wanna hook back up again, guys. We had so much fun. Can't be just in the evening. Sometimes the evenings don't work. So I'll see you. I'll try to make events, give you a few hours of notice. So just kind of subscribe and make sure you got that bell icon clicked. That'll let you know when I'm going live. And let's try to get together again. If you want something to talk about, or you want me to talk about something or bring it up, you can always put it in the comments. Not just the live chat, but the regular comments after the video is uploaded. Hey, I'll take a look at it. I'll see what we can do, guys. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless all of you.